Hello everyone, welcome to the information seminar of Bachelor of Arts in Interactive Media. So today we are talking about what is interactive media and how it could be related to design. First of all, people might think about it is related to mobile phone or mobile app. And of course, many students' work will be about mobile apps. But on the other hand, we might consider what we call mobile is not just the application, it's not just the mobile phone, but also the location of mobile phone and how it connects to the server, so that the mobile phone could reveal the position of the user. So if this idea is widely applied in some location-based game or location-based apps. And interestingly, some of you might find that it's very much related or similar to something that we have seen in some animation. For example, a Japanese anime, Dragon Ball, features a handheld waiter, something like a handheld waiter, more than 2 decades ago. And this you might find extremely similar to some location-based application and games. You may also wonder, maybe interactive media is about virtual reality and augmented reality. Typically, of course, it's about this kind of cumbersome equipment, head-mount displays, and auto control. But again, we as designer, we might think about some more exceptional application of AR or VR. This is an example that I came across years ago in a museum in Denmark. It shows us something like a telescope. And when we look through the telescope, we could see some exhibits on the staircase. But when you really look through it and also turn the knob next to the telescope, it will zoom into the exhibits on the staircase. And gradually, it would turn to some virtual reality, transfer from physical reality to virtual items, virtual representation, showing a human being in the early days, maybe 100,000 years ago, looking through the sky. Then some people may also think about, it is related to something very popular today, Internet of Things. All these equipment today are connected, interconnected. They talk to each other, and also they detect the changes in the environment related to the user. And this is very much cutting-edge product we could find in the market. And as designer, we might also think about the application for humans' well-being. For example, this idea, connect ashtray to the digital picture frame, such that when the user pick up the ashtray, it would detect that probably the user is going to smoke. And gradually, the digital picture frame will become dusty and dirty because the smokes probably create some indoor pollution. Of course, this is virtual, but the idea is like a reminder such that the user might be aware that, maybe they probably smoke too much. So they put down the ashtray back to the box, back to the container, and the digital picture will gradually become cleaned out, washed out by the virtual wings. So again, of course, this is also because there's a data transmitted from the smart S-tray to the digital picture frame. So some of you might also think that interactive media is about interface design. But what is interface? We are not just talking about interface on the web or interface of app or digital games. But actually, it can be interface of many other things. Everyday things. For example, in the elevator, this is two typical examples of elevators, the control panel. This is also a kind of interface. But why I put up these two examples? Because I want to show that there are some subtle differences here. Not only because of number of force, not only because of the color, but it is about the arrangement of the button. If you look at the left-hand side, the 4 buttons arranged in a way that according to the levels of the corresponding 4. So lower force button at the lower part of the panel and higher force at the higher position of the button of the panel. So you could see that 4, 12, 13, and 14 at the top, and ground force, first force, second force at the bottom. But when you look at the right-hand side, your right-hand side, the four buttons arranged vertically, so that some higher force like 16 force, 17 force, or 29, 28 force, they are located at the bottom of the panel. So this is not natural because usually we expect 20-something force or 30-something force to be at the top part of the panel. But if you really want to look for 27, then you will find that 27 at the very, very low position, extremely low end in the control panel. So you might say, this probably very, very subtle, low people would notice it. But users, when they actually come to the elevator and look for a 4, imagine he might be a guest or she might be a visitor. The first time they use the elevator like this. This is a very typical scene, right? In Hong Kong, over 50 floors. It's very difficult for a guest to look for the corresponding floors. For example, where is 415? Looking for the button for 415 is very difficult, extremely difficult. So, as designer, we pay attention to all these meticulous details such that we want to design some usable, user-friendly interface for our users. Of course, lately we have some interesting, innovative idea of how to redesign the whole elevator system. So the interface now is not only inside the elevator, but actually in the lift lobby. Any visitors just key in the force they want to go, and then the system will tell the user which elevator he or she should go to. For example, this one, 420, then go to elevator C. Very intelligent, right? This is what we call smart system. But something that you might say, new technology enable new interactions and also new experience, right? But one thing that I would like to recall is, or remind you is, there are some shortcomings in this kind of system. Even though it looks very smart, but the problem is, it is not flexible. Imagine if you go to elevator C, and then suddenly you find that sorry, I actually want to go to 411 first before going to 420. It doesn't allow you to change. You have to go all the way back to the lift lobby and rekey the 411 and then wait for another lift again. So you cannot change your destination inside the elevator. So this is not flexible. So there's always some upsides or downsides of any kind of system design. All this going to some kind of new interactions that might have new experience. And new experience can be meaningful, can be pleasurable, but also it might have some shortcomings. And designers need to consider all these different possibilities. So here comes the future. If you join interactive media, all these popular job openings you could find today on the internet, like user experience, so-called UX designers, UI designers, digital visual interface designer, interaction designer, game designer, you name it. There's a lot of related job openings in this area. And this is some examples of our alumni in the past few years after graduation, where they go, where they join different enterprise or different startup companies or some a major finance or digital marketing area. So our interactive media program is a 2-year top-up program. We welcome all associate degree holder or higher diploma degree holder in different areas, not only in design, but something related to interaction design, including information technology, business communication, creative media, and even data science. In the future, of course, you could look for further studies. In our school, we already have some related Master of Design and also Master of Science in Multimedia Technology waiting for you after graduation. So, after all this, of course, today what I really want to tell you, including this information, like what to design. These are some just brief examples of our students, graduate, what they show in annual show. For example, this one is a system that connects those people on wheelchairs and those people who like to run in the city. Running is a kind of sport in the city. And the runners, when they run in the city, their smart shoes actually record all the data in the streets, and this data will become useful for the wheelchair persons, such that they know whether there are staircases or there are very narrow alley in the city, so they know the accessibility to them as a wheelchair person. This, of course, these are the very brief curriculum showing that when you join us, these 2 years, what you would do, it includes some studio subjects and also some electives. And actually what you need to do is including user research, analysis of the current market, some design on interactive media like the web interface, of course. But in addition to that, they will also create digital intangible prototypes and physical prototypes, and dealing with some electronic media. So say electronics and programming would be also covered in the course. And most importantly, presentation and demonstration is a major activity for our students. So our students need to present and demo for every semester for their major studio project. And tutor and sometimes external guests will come to comment, critique, or review their work. Different semesters may focus on different media. So, for example, second semester, they work more on installations, interactive installations. Other than that, we also organize overseas study trip every year. Of course, this year, because of the pandemic, we might not able to make it, but we believe that we will resume it next year. And these are some examples in past years. We brought students to Japan, and so that they learn about some things that related to the countryside. They actually do field research and also experience different culture. And all this actually related to interactive media, even though you see it might not involve so-called high-end technologies, but so-called innovation is to how to apply technologies in our everyday life. So understand everyday life is very important. We also have exchange program. These two universities, one is North Carolina State University in the US and also Simon Fraser University in Canada. We have exchange program with them. And finally, you might wonder what you need to prepare for the interviews or admission exercise. So here I just quickly summarize the attributes we are looking for, including your design insight and also your empathy towards people so that you can design for people. Of course, aesthetic sense, technical skills is definitely necessary attributes. On the other hand, you have to collaborate with others and communicate with others. And when to apply? This is the deadline, 8th of February, and definitely no extension, so please make your application well before the deadline. And after you submit your application, the next thing you will need to prepare is the demo video. So the submission deadline of the demo video will be about mid of March. And then we will arrange individual interviews around late March to early April. What to prepare? Of course, a few more words about demo video submission. You only need to prepare a 2-minute demo video to show a new idea. It can be a website, application, game, product, service, installation, but it should be your original idea, and it should be focused on how user or people experience it and what benefits the design will bring to them. And you only need to focus on one idea and make it compelling and convincing in this 2-minute video. And in this video, of course, because you are designing for people, we can see your empathy, we can see your design insights, aesthetic skills, and technical skill as well. And in the video interview, we will look further into your design insight and communication skill. So this is about that. This is what I prepared today. I hope you have an idea of what interactive media is about and what we are looking for. So the 2-minute video is going to talk about an interactive media design, which could be application, games, a system, smart product, or even installation. And this is an original idea from the student. So you need to talk about why you think your target users might like it. And when we receive the video, definitely we will look at your attributes from the video. The first thing, of course, is the original idea. From that original idea, we could see your creativity, your imagination, and most important of all is your empathy. Put yourself in others' shoes, taking users' perspectives, understand user needs and wants, and how they might use the design. So their thoughts and feeling about users are very important. In the meantime, because it's a video, so definitely it's a storytelling medium. What we would like to see is how you tell your story. So it includes communication skills and also aesthetic sense.
Before I went to the interview, I was told by email to bring along with an article that is about interactive media, anything about interactive media. So what I chose is something that is more about the understanding and user experience, because I think interactive media, unlike other disciplines, it's more about the process of how you were able to come up with the design. So that is why I wanted to bring along with a book that shows the tutors about my understanding in the user experience design. So I think interactive wall was one of my best designs. I wanted to put something on my portfolio that will impress the professor. I wanted to show something that they have never seen before. So I wanted to give an impression to the professor, to able to tell them how I was able to come up with this fantastic design. So overall, I think that your portfolio, you have to put your best work within the portfolio, but you have to able to explain to the professors on how did you able to come up with the design outcome in terms of your primary research or secondary research, which I think is the most important for the portfolio.
When I applied to interactive media, I built a portfolio that showcased my work. I bring an article that comes with some design research papers that I have an interest in. For the works that I brought like some noticeable works that I've done throughout the year that I think is worth mentioning. The first thing is like an iPad, a point-of-sale system. It replaces some expensive point-of-sale equipment with a touchscreen interface. That is what I did, and I think that is pretty interesting. And lastly, I've shown some coding skills that I have. It doesn't need to be very good, but it should achieve that you could showcase your original ideas.
After the demo video, applicants also need to attend the group exercise, which definitely we want to see how you work with others, reviewing your collaboration skills and team building. In the meantime, you also need to attend the computer-based aptitude test, which will be related more towards your analytical skills. So that means it is a balance between creativity and analytics. Finally, you will attend an individual interview. Then it will be all round. We will look at your all-round attributes, including verbal communication, responsiveness, and even personality.
留意啲食物喺口入邊嘅質感，散發出嚟嘅味道。有一位名人曾經講過：享受你嘅生活，唔好同人哋比較。嘗試輕輕咁聞下去，而將佢或者一小部分放喺陽光或者燈光底下，慢慢欣賞佢。
或者係用你身體其他感官去了解嗰樣食物，可能用嗰啲時間邊食嘢，可能邊反思某啲嘅一啲問題，諗多啲唔同嘅嘢，或者係從幾方面去諗嗰樣嘢。
想淨係開一個窿出嚟，然之後我淨係見到嗰個掣嘅啫，我唔會俾任何可能彈出嚟嘅 message distract 到啦。咁我覺得呢個位係細心咯，因為呢樣嘢係可以俾我更加專注到喺嗰個正觀飲食嘅練習入面。
Are you ready to switch to the new normal? Work from home has been a new normal since the pandemic. A study from UPWK shows 73% of all departments will have remote workers by 2028. At first, people are excited to work from home. Those people work at the bedroom or kitchen table every day. Our target audience are the knowledge-based job workers that are working from home. But after a few months passed, the problems appeared. Work from home reduces our travel time, but increases our working time. It is found that many remote workers cannot plug themselves down while working from home. Doesn't have a regular working and resting time makes the working hour longer, and longer. A long working hour seems great. Actually, well-being and work-life balance are the two main factors to affect the job effectiveness. So, creating a switch between working and leisure time is vital to the remote workers. We get lonelier when working from home, and a less close bonding with our colleagues. Workplace loneliness can be a problem even when everyone is working in an office. But the sudden shift to remote work can increase the risk. According to new research, almost half of UK workers have experienced loneliness while working from home. Several research also shows that workplace loneliness hurts job performance. We understand your concern, because we've been facing these difficulties as well. That's why we developed this product, Kodi. Our goal? To help remote workers to have a work-life balance and stronger team bonding in the new normal. What we have done is to create a new sustainable future for the office worker in the long term. Here's how it works.
He is Brian, a designer that working from home. Here is how his working day with Kodi. Before start working, change the avatar skin to represent your mood and show to your team. Brian feels in a great mood today, so he chooses to wear a crown on his avatar. Then, Brian plans today's working schedule, and Kodi will recommend different music playlists according to his schedule. Now he knows how much time he spends on working and breaking. Let's get started. Brian would like to start his day with an upbeat music, so he chooses this playlist on Kodi. Kodi will also reminds Brian to take a break according to his schedule. In his break time, he sees his teammates are taking a break too. So let's have a casual talk. Other than that, they can also join the music pool and listen to the same music. After returning to work, he sees his junior designer is queuing outside his room. He drags to start the meeting. It's time to get off. Brian ready to get off and say bye to his teammates. Then, Brian will receive a personal report according to his schedule to review the balance of working and leisure time, so he can improve on the next day. The 3 design criteria of CADI are motivation, dailyization, and social. Motivation. We want to enhance the effectiveness of the remote workers and help them to have a work-life balance. Dailyization. Using CADI as the routine, we want to immerse into the daily lives of the workers, meeting the workers' daily needs by changing the mode according to their actions and emotions. Social. To stronger the feeling of the presence of their remote workers, having an easy social interaction with the gesture that reduces the feeling of loneliness. From these 3 criteria, we designed the solution to be the interactive work-life tracker device, connecting with a desktop app, CADI. Listen to focus music on your device. Dr. Sahar Yusuf explains how we can use music as a cognitive trigger to help focus, block out distractions, and signal to the brain that it's time to get in the zone. Therefore, CADI uses the music playlist to separate the working and breaking time. Show the avatar status. CADI gives you an abstract visualization of you and your colleagues. Also visually and verbally communicate with your teammates. Set your break time. Remember to take a break after a time. CADI will update your status and get records to my teammates in the report. Personal report. CADI provides personal time tracking reports and feedback on the balance of working and leisure time after the working day. With CADI, we can give you a better working from home experience. Keep motivation, dailyization, and social. Enjoy working from home.
Our world, our ocean, is seriously polluted by the plastic. People throw 10 tons of plastic into the ocean per minute. The plastic breaks down into microplastic, then eats by the fish and gets into human water system, eventually getting into human body. Do you know, you just ate 1 credit card last week? Humans will suffer all the consequences brought by the toxic microplastic if we do not stop the plastic pollution. So, you need a package-free lifestyle, shopping without one-time packaging, which is a stylish lifestyle and also helps the Earth creature escape from the plastic pollution trap. Only the mercy for the Earth? No, actually, people might need to be in package-free. Since you could understand more of your food without fancy packaging, your life will stay clear and focus on the true real things that let you enjoy your life and treat yourself better. Now, the package-free consuming model is in a negative cycle, but how about we can break this negative cycle from there by changing people's behavior? To help them get into package-free, we need to enhance their motivation, raise their awareness, and create convenience for them. That's it. We aim to raise people's awareness of package-free consuming lifestyle by campaign promotion, and help people raise their motivation to develop a package-free habit by interaction gamification in online community format. Little has a plan to help people develop this special minority lifestyle. First, let's build a community to exchange knowledge and let them support each other. Second, show off the benefits to satisfy people both physically and spiritually, and remind the intention always to stay determined. The free focus can elaborate to form the design quality, engagement, understanding, and consciousness. Now, the idea is clear. We need the interactive service design to help people develop this habit. With cooperation with package-free shops, Littles act as a bridge to connect different stakeholders. Raise awareness, we rebrand the reusable empty glass bottle in every package-free shop and make them eye-catching. Create convenience, we combine the bottle deposit refund system and easy payment to simplify the package-free process. How about motivation? The application included online community with accomplishment of cute elfies, which makes the shopping experience more than just shopping. Also, from design quality, there is 3 main features in the apps. First, auto message. By utilizing the auto message concept, it lets people exchange knowledge in the online community after every purchase. Second, little partner. Let you get accomplishment by other users and elfies. The elfie will grow and change every day based on you and your partner's action. Let you engage more in this behavior. Third, personal behavior tracking. Set your target and set the package-free promise to remind you and your intention.
Many people love alcohol, but it could be a problem.
We just got a breaking update on that deadly crash on I-75 that we've been following. Authorities say the driver was drunk.
一個醉酒嘅男人涉嫌搶警車，
A drunk driver rammed an SUV into a group of people in Bangalore.
個男人喺台灣墾丁玩嘅時候，涉嫌醉酒鬧事被毆打受傷。
Intoxication may make people get off control. Unfortunately, each adult drinks 6,100 ml of alcohol in average every year. That is over 256 cans of beers. Although alcohol could be harmful, why do people drink? It is a social activity, helps you release stress, satisfies your life, and good for celebration. Actually, drinking is fine, just people need to drink moderately. Bar is a service to enrich the drinking experience and help drinkers build up responsible drinking behavior. What's the goal of Bar? Indeed, there are 3 criteria: entertaining, atmospheric, and intuitive. To reach this goal, we experienced an 8-month-long process. After the background research, we conducted a few interviews, role-playing workshop, participatory design workshop, user tests on app UI design, focus group interviews, and testing with physical prototype. From a smart steerer, a spring foam coaster, to a simple form of coaster. From the design process, we come up with a design in 3 parts. First, a coaster monitors your drinking piece and reminds you be different colors of light. The ambient light also create a good vibe. Second, a spirit is your digital identity. If you drink too much, it will get fat or even die. Lastly, the app lets you review your drinking history, connect with others, and have fun together. To begin with, choose your spirit in the app. The ambient light of the smart coaster will turn into the color of your spirit, as if it accompanies you in the real world. The smart coaster estimates your BAC level throughout the drinking process. It's indicated a good drinking piece by green light, otherwise it reminds you by red light. And bar is also a community of drinkers. You may invite your friends to a drinking event and play some minigame. When you are gathering with friends, you may cast the game to a bigger screen and use your phone as a controller. And but definitely it's not only for entertainment. You may review your drinking behavior. The drinking mentor feature will analyze your behavior and give you advice. And bar, a comprehensive solution for moderate drinkers.
望住佢啲色盒變下變下，其實就好似酒吧啲燈光一樣啫嘛。
呢一個杯墊其實都會有，即係都會喺氣氛嗰邊都有幫助到咁樣咯。
好有喺酒吧嘅 feel，所以我都覺得呢樣嘢喺唔同嘅環境之下，特別喺屋企我都覺得係可以做到一個酒吧嘅效果。
對呢個提示功能就覺得喺酒吧擺同朋友出去飲嘅情況之下係會有用。
當你身邊嘅朋友見到哇你杯嘢紅咗喎，提一提你飲多咗啦。
咁如果有呢樣嘢嘅話，其實我身為朋友都可以透過呢樣嘢去限制佢哋，幫助佢哋咯。
佢唔單止係睇緊我咯，如果有其他人喺度話，其實佢見到我飲到紅晒喎，咁其實可能對於身邊嘅人嚟講，咁其實都係一個幾 friendly 嘅 reminder。
又可以將自己一個現實嘅人物代入成呢個精靈去到玩遊戲，咁我覺得呢個都係一個好好玩嘅喎。同埋你會望到自己一隻精靈變成一個醉酒嘅精靈。
咁我嘅反應係點樣咧？其實都可以透過呢樣嘢睇到咯，我覺得。
Please place your feet further apart. Please directly face the camera. Perfect. Please don't move. Please turn to the side. Perfect. Please don't move. Please put your arms straight down. Make sure the arms are close to your body.
好，大家好，又翻嚟我哋第2部分關於 interactive media 互動媒體嘅簡介啦。咁我哋第2部分咧，我哋就揾到我哋2位畢業生講一講佢哋讀互動媒體嘅時候嘅一啲體驗同大家分享嘅。咁包括係 Yolanda 啦，同埋 Anthony。咁我將時間交俾佢哋。
好，咁大家好啦，我係 Yolanda。咁我同 Anthony 咧都係上一屆啱啱畢業嘅 IM 同學仔啦。咁講翻我哋本身嘅背景先。咁我本身就喺 HKCC 到嗰度讀 advertising design 嘅。咁 Anthony 你咧？
我就喺 HKDI 度讀 creative media 嘅。
咁咧嚟緊我哋就會同大家介紹一下究竟讀 IM 你會學到啲乜嘢，得到啲乜嘢啦。咁首先我會同大家講下究竟喺嚟緊嗰2年，如果你真係讀到 IM， 你會得到啲乜嘢先？係啦，咁首先咧有別於你哋過往可能副學士課程讀嘅嗰個環境一樣，或者其他唔同嘅課程讀嘅環境咁樣啦。其實Polytechnic Design 咧係會為唔同嘅學系咧都有提供一個 studio 嘅。咁咧每個人其實都會有一張固定嘅位置啦，去完成你嘅課程啦。咁大家喺條片度都見到啦，其實我哋過去嗰2年咧都係花咗好多時間喺 studio 度嘅，真係日與夜㗎嚇。好啦，跟住同埋咧我哋會得到一個好 memorable 嘅 friendship 啦，因為其實嚟緊嗰2年時間咧，你其實係會同呢一班人一齊共同進退嘅。咁讀完2年之後，都會有一個好深厚嘅感情啦。同埋最重要嘅一樣就係讀完2年之後咧，你會得到一個非常之 valuable 嘅 profile 㗎。因為其實喺2年嘅課程入邊咧，我哋都係要做唔同嘅 tangible 嘅嘢啦，又或者你都會見到有唔同嘅 US/UI 嘅界面啦，甚或者我哋係要學識點樣整一個 VR 嘅 game 嘅，係啦。咁之後嚟咧，我就會交俾 Anthony 講一下，究竟我哋會學啲乜嘢咧？
咁可能咧第一部分你都睇到 Kenny 咧就會介紹咗成個學科 overall 會係點樣啦。咁我哋就有第一身嘅角度咧，就去講下其實我哋成個 learning 咧會有啲乜嘢喺裏邊去做咗啦。咁首先咧第一樣咧就一定係好，我哋其實係頭先都講到係好大部分都會以 group project 啦或者 project base 嘅形式咧去完成啦。咁我哋會有 client project 啦或者一啲research project 咧，其實都會係一個組別咁去做啦。咁咧我哋都 analyse 咗咧，其實咧我哋呢個唔係一個淨係 focus 喺個 design outcome， 即係唔係就講個 product 啊、講個 app 啊或者講個 game 係點樣。其實喺成個課程裏邊咧都可以簡單分成咗4部分，就係我哋會有好多嘅時間會做咗 research 啦，無論係 table research 啊定係啲 first hand 嘅 data collection。跟住我哋就會學習點樣去做呢個data analytic 啦，然之後先至再去諗下究竟喺呢啲嘅我哋攞翻嚟嘅資料同埋我哋學嘅呢啲 tools 裏邊分析咗。而個 design 咧要有啲乜嘢 criteria， 我哋再去做啦，咁從而再去做一啲 user test 啊、evaluation 啊，咁樣就去完成我哋每一次嘅 project 咁樣嘅。跟住咧就會講一講，其實咧我哋都會喺呢一個課程裏邊咧學到唔同嘅 skill 啦。咁我哋簡單都會分成咗一啲 research skill 啦，咁可能係去做一啲同人去interview 啊，跟住去 join 一啲活動，然之後去了解翻其實成個實際 on-site 嘅情況會係點樣啦，再去做一啲 prototype 啊，一啲 paper prototype 啊，從個 form 啊，從個唔同嘅形式嘅呈現啦。咁跟住一啲 hard skill 咧就係我哋會做一啲Arduino 或者係 Unity 嘅 project 咧，就係去模擬翻如果呢件事要做出嚟嘅時候咧，個 prototype 究竟係點樣啦。咁呢一啲咧都係會喺呢度學到嘅。另一啲 soft skill 咧就係一啲可能係分析啦。咁譬如你攞到好多唔同嘅 data 翻嚟嘅時候，點樣去 ladder 佢哋啊？點樣去揾多啲 insight 啊？咁都會有呢啲 skilling 嘅嘢啦。咁咧，究竟喺成個IM 而家大家都喺度留意緊嘅時候，究竟有啲咩 criteria 先至可以喺度讀到嘅咧？
咁我相信大家都好想了解一下，究竟你需要有咩 criteria 先讀到㗎啦。係。咁咧，首先我哋覺得最重要嘅其中一樣嘢就係 don't be hesitate 啦，因為其實喺呢個過程入邊，我哋係要不停學習同埋不停去實驗嘅。譬如做 Arduino，我哋都知道㗎啦，做 program 真係唔係咁簡單嘅，真係你要試啦，或者每一個零件究竟 work 唔 work 咧，其實每一個 step 都需要大家去做唔同嘅實驗，先係可以得到最後嘅 final outcome 嘅。另外一樣都好重要嘅就係真係唔好驚醜啊，因為其實我哋每一個 基本上每一個課程啦，又或者每一個 stage 咧，其實我哋都係要做 presentation 嘅，咁都係 in front of class 㗎啦。咁所以presentation 真係好重要嘅。係啦，咁之後究竟我哋會有啲咩 attributes 啊？
其實我哋咧都諗咗啊，如果你話喺嚟緊我要交個 profile 嘅時候，要顯現到你有啲乜嘢嘅能力咧，其實可能第一樣嘢係一啲叫 empathy 啦。咁因為無論去做 research 啦，定係去interview 唔同嘅人，其實你都要去理解翻當時嘅情況啦。呢個就係講 user experience 最重要嘅就係我哋有 empathy 去了解翻發生咩事。跟住你要有 curiosity 啦，即係好奇心。喺成個 project 裏邊，其實你要不停咁去問，不停去揾，點解會發生呢啲情況嘅咧？可能唔係我哋好 stereotype 講，我哋一貫嘅認知原來得一個方向嘅，原來佢有好多個方向可以好立體咁去研究一個問題啦。跟住就係到個 exploration 啦，喺成個學習裏邊咧，其實就係不停咁探索，探索任何嘅可能性，可能做好多嘅實驗啊，或者係同更加唔同嘅持份者去了解，咁你就會可以探索到更加多唔同嘅嘢啦。咁最後尾咧就係 adaptable， 點樣去將唔同嘅嘢可以合落去，無論係你嘅學識啦、你過往嘅知識，或者係其他人嘅 expert，可以擺埋一齊嘅時候咧，其實呢個都係一個好重要嘅元素要見到啦。咁最後咧都會關心點樣可以 show 到我個 portfolio 咧，可以更加容易咁樣去 achieve 到喺呢個想入呢一科啦。咁首先就係第一咧，就係你要有一部分去講你嘅 personality 嘅，你有啲乜嘢嘅特性啊，或者你有咩能力啦。咁跟住咧就係做個 project 啦。咁當然你會用 project base 咁去介紹翻，原來你之前有呢咁嘅 project 啦。咁但係你要介紹下，唔單止係 project 做咗出嚟嘅嘢啦，更加可以講多啲嘅係目的。點解要做呢個 project 嘅？有咩 driven 到你做呢件事啦？另外就係個 process 啊，個成個 project 究竟係點樣去誕生啦？佢嗰個成長又係由你有個 idea 開始去做唔同嘅步驟嘅時候點樣出現啦？咁呢啲咧都係我哋經驗裏面咧覺得都比較重要，可能可以喺你個 portfolio 度呈現到出嚟嘅嘢嘅，係啦。咁咧，我哋就簡介咧都到呢個位啦。咁咧，而家咧就到大家睇下有咩問題咧，可以問翻我哋。咁我哋都可以用我哋嘅角度去解答啦，或者如果你有其他學術上面或者係呢個收生上面嘅問題都可以問嘅。咁我哋都會可以有唔同嘅同事啊，我都會有解答啦。Kenny 亦都可以解答大家嘅問題嘅。
OK，我哋啱啱睇到啦，有一條問題就係俾同學嘅，即係我哋兩位同學可以可以回答一下啦，就係話覺得我哋 campus 即係 PolyU campus 啦，以至到我諗係設計學院嘅 campus 啦，關於一啲resources 我相信係一啲一啲儀器啊，或者一啲物料上嘅支援夠唔夠足夠嘅？咁係啦，咁睇下。
我諗大家問呢個問題都係因為咧頭先見到哇，我哋做咗好多唔同嘅 project 啦。咁其實咧喺 PolyU，我哋淨講 SD 呢個位咧，其實都有唔同嘅 workshop 去俾大家啦。無論做金工啦、木工啦，去到一啲 laser cut 啊、3D print 啊都有嘅。如果你話更加大啲去講，就係成個學校啦，喺 PolyU 呢個 campus 其實都會有一個 industry building， 裏邊都會有唔同嘅 technician 去 support。我哋知 Yolanda 咧之前做阿 Juno 嘅時候，成日走咗過去，哎呀我唔識啊，咁但係就可以用啲喺課堂以外嘅時間咧，都可以去到呢啲地方，都會可以 support 啦。無論係喺個 hard skill 上面要點樣做，或者係去到用嗰啲機器咧，其實都會有好強嘅 support 嘅。
最緊要有禮貌咯，係啦，有禮貌問
同埋要主動啲去問，
真係主動係啦。其實只要你有問題，你主動去問佢哋咧，佢哋都會好盡力咁樣幫你解答嘅。
係啊，冇錯，非常好。因為都補充一下就係PolyU 本身就頭先同我提到啦，都係 industrial centre 啦。咁另外我哋設計學院 School of Design 亦都好多 workshop 啦。好多技術部嘅同事啦，咁其實都真係佢哋好中意幫學生嘅。咁當然頭先都提到啦，就係即係禮貌啲去問。咁但係其實咧就我會相信即係 同學去揾我哋嘅同事咧，咁好快其實你哋都會即係互相好熟㗎啦。咁就其實係一個即係好 casual 嘅啫，其實就咁咯。咁啱啱睇到有另外一個問題啦，有一個問題就話咧關於 communication skills 一啲溝通嘅技巧我能唔能夠學習到一啲溝通技巧嘅？咁或者又先睇下同學覺得點啦即係 communication skills 各方面。
我覺得無論點樣都好，你都會一定學到嘅咧。其實，因為真係我哋成個 IM program 咧，真係90%嘅課程都係要group project 嘅，所以其實你係一定要同人相處嘅。
除咗講緊 in group 嘅嗰種溝通之外咧，其實因為喺成個 program 裏邊啦，都會有 entrepreneurship 嘅一啲課程喺裏邊啦。咁所以其實去到同 client 係 real client 去溝通啊，以至喺我哋點樣 propose 一個 project 啊，其實都會有一個好足夠嘅training 啦。咁就唔使擔心話我第時出到嚟做嘢，我唔知點樣同啲人溝通。其實都會有呢啲技巧去教翻啦。咁無論係仲要係 bilingual 嘅，即係普通話同埋英文咧，其實都會有嘅。咁呢一個都唔使擔心嘅，所以
係啦，即係總結就係話寫啦，人與人之間嘅溝通啦，真係一啲 presentation 嘅 skills 啦，咁中文英文啦，全部都有嘅，咁頭先同學都有提到嘅就係communication 同 presentation 差唔多係即係 design school 即係我哋 design school 你嚟讀嘅話，我諗可能咧每個星期或者每隔個星期你都會做嘅，咁所以就會好多呢啲訓練嘅。OK， 咁第二條問題啦，第二條問題我哋睇到嘅咧就係關於一啲 facilities in the tower， 我諗就嘅意思即係我哋呢座大廈啦呢座 innovation tower 嘅facilities 例如係sound studio 咁呢個就可能同我都唔敢肯定你哋會唔會用過我哋嘅 sound studio 啦。
咁咧喺我經驗咧，其實因為 SD 本身都會有個 intranet 嘅，即係內聯網啦。咁你就可以上面咧就去 booking 其實每一個房啦。咁某部分嘅房咧，其實就係open for 學生咧，就咁樣直接可以 book 到嘅。咁但係如果你話有啲好 special request，譬如你要用綠幕啊，要用sound studio 啊，用啲 motion cap 嘅嘢咧，其實都可以同翻自己嗰個 supervisor 去講啦。其實都就好簡單，跟住你就可以 book 到㗎啦。咁所以就唔使擔心嘅，都係嗰句，你要用嘅時候就出聲，叫我哋其實就會有人幫到你嘅。係啊。
好，跟住第三條問題，咁就想問關於 portfolio 啦。咁就係除咗呢個 UI 即係用戶界面之外，咁我哋可唔可以將其他嘅一啲 design 嘅作品擺入你嘅 portfolio 咁包括可能一啲譬如 brand identity print 或者 publishing typography 落去咧，咁當然可以嘅或者呢個我可以講下先啦。呢個絕對可以嘅，即係 portfolio 就基本上係每個同學自己嘅一個個人嘅作品集啦。咁你基本上咧你擺咩落 portfolio 當然係每個同學自己嘅有個主導權嘅咁但係當然我哋interactive media 就比較就集中去睇 UI UX 嘅設計咁但係當然 UI UX 頭先我哋同學都有提過，其實佢嘅包含嘅範圍都幾廣闊嘅。譬如你提到話 typography 咁先算啦，其實 UI UX 入邊已經有好多已經係要有 typography 嘅咁甚至乎亦都你話係 brand identity， 咁有啲同學可能佢展示佢 for example 即係假設例如係一個 app 咁咁個 app 本身其實都 carry 咗即係帶咗嗰個 brand identity 嘅即係包括譬如顏色或者係一啲 logo以至 typography 上面嘅一啲嘅 styles 其實都係 represent 咗代表咗嗰個 brand identity， 不過就喺嗰個用戶界面上面呈現出嚟咁解啫。咁所以其實都好 relevant。咁但係當然就如果你話你個 project 係集中係typography 或者 brand identity 嘅，咁嗰啲可能你會擺得係 後少少嚇，可能你最 relevant 嘅，即係對我哋 interactive media 嚟講最 relevant 嘅咧，可能係 UI/UX 嘅類型嘅 project 咧擺前啲，咁都可以嘅嚇。咁另外就或者係咧，喺同學又有啲有冇嘢？
少少補充啦，即係的確咧可能你話有相關嘅，譬如 UI/UX 啊，或者一啲啲 tangibles 嘅一啲東西咧擺入去咧係會可以擺前啲嘅。咁但係咧，其實每一個 project 最重要咧，我自己嘅經驗啦，就唔單止你擺咗個 project 做咗啲乜嘢啊，頭先都講到嘅就係點解要咁樣做咧？原來你個 branding 啊，或者你個 typo 咧，係因為你同個你係因為知道嗰樣嘢係設計俾小朋友嘅。咁呢一個就係個 user experience。因為小朋友咧睇字咧有啲咁嘅要求，你有個咁樣嘅 background，你都可以寫埋落去，咁就可以更加呈現到。因為interaction 唔係講緊單單我點樣用個 app， 而係講緊個人同嗰個 object 啦之間嘅互動。咁呢樣嘢其實我諗都會係想見得到嘅，係啊。
同埋我都有少少補充啦，咁其實我本身嘅 background 都係讀廣告嘅 advertising 啦，咁其實你話 UI 界面其實喺我個 portfolio 都冇呢啲嘢嘅，但係當時咧我為咗去表達我真係好想讀呢個課程啦，咁咧其實我係有自己額外做一啲自己嘅 personal work 嘅，咁例如其實我當時
做自己 website 係咪？
唔係，我做咗 Arduino 㗎，係啦，咁其實 Arduino 你上 YouTube 咧亦都可以學下嘅，係啦，睇下可唔可以develop 到一個自己嘅 project 啦，咁我都。你到過嚟 interview 嘅時候 show 到俾 professor 睇，其實你都真係好有誠意嘅喎。咁我覺得都係一個好好嘅。
我都講我都冇 UI 嘅其實，我都係擺 VR 啊，擺下啲 tangible 嘅嘢啊咁樣。
同埋最緊要真係個你個 idea 點樣諗出嚟嗰個 progress 係最重要咯。
係啊係啊，頭先佢哋提到好好嘅一點啦，咁就係話可能你本身有啲 project 或者你冇乜。一啲 project 真係完全被即係界定為係就係 UI/UX 嘅嘢，咁但係頭先提到就係即係 UI/UX 其實喺個設計嘅一個我哋叫 design thinking 啊，即係一個其實都係關於就係話我哋empathy 啦、curiosity 啦exploration 嘅嗰啲 design thinking 嘅元素。咁其實嗰啲元素其中一樣，譬如頭先同我睇 exploration， 如果你係未試過做一啲app design 或者係 even Arduino 或者係 VR Unity 嘅嘢，咁你其實如果你話花少少時間即係上去而家即係 online 好多 resource 啦，好多 tutorial 啦，好多 video 啦嚇，咁其實你睇一睇，自己試一試，做一啲最簡單嘅實驗，咁其實呢個真係嘅，你係可以表現到你嘅熱誠啊！對呢樣嘢熱誠，雖然你未開始正式讀，但係你已經有個熱誠。咁呢個一定喺你嘅面試度會係得到一個好好嘅attention 好好嘅個印象分會。OK， 咁跟住另外一條問題啦，咁就係關於就係個background 可能係 engineering major 就唔係 design 或者係其他嘅 major 嘅，係 engineering 嘅。咁
我哋會覺得咧，其實係冇問題，因為咧，就算我哋嗰屆咁樣啦，裏邊有可能有讀Ivy Engine 啦，有人讀 Hospitality 啦，有真係同設計未必直接 relevant，可能讀 Fashion 啊，或者讀texture 啊嗰啲嘢嘅。咁但係就好似頭先講啦，個 portfolio 同埋你個 interesting 你有幾多，咁你可以喺上面呈現。我相信讀 engine 係更加容易，因為 engine 可能有時都會我哋其實都要去學，所以 Arduino 又要寫下少少 C program 啊，跟住又要學 Unity 寫下 C Sharp 啊呢啲嘢，其實一定係有幫助嘅。同埋我哋成日都話我哋 group project， 咁所以我哋嗰陣時真係有可能一部分嘅人都真係讀 engine， 讀可能係gaming 嘅 program 啊，或者係唔同嘅呢啲細電啊嗰啲咁樣，咁佢嚟到嘅時候，其實真係大家可以交流到，我都唔識嘅喎，點樣砌嗰啲 circuit 啊，咁但係佢哋又可以交流，所以絕對係我角度就應該係冇問題嘅，係啦，
係啱。
最緊要都係有熱誠啦，同埋真係諗清楚，即係其實你自己 background 係乜嘢唔重要，最重要嘅係你係咪真係想讀，
係啊，所以頭先佢哋提到嘅再重複一次啦，就係嗰幾個要點，其實對 engineering 嘅同學咧 都好適用嘅，即係諗下empathy 啦、curiosity 啦、exploration 呢啲對你嚟講係唔係你有興趣嘅嘢咧？尤其是係 empathy 嘅，我諗對 engineering 同學嚟講，就係話empathy 就係將你自己代入去他人嘅情況，去感受、去理解呢一樣嘢係咪你作為一個 engineer， 你其實都好想幫到人啊，好想分享到一啲好嘅嘢俾人啊，但係喺人哋嘅角度啊，身同感受咧，咁呢啲就可以作為一個自己嘅衡量，係咪適合讀interaction design 或者 interactive media 咯。OK， 咁跟住咧就portfolio guidelines。咁其實頭先同學嘅 presentation 都講得好清楚嘅，關於 portfolio。
我諗最緊要可能，如果你問我一開頭都係介紹自己啦，你都俾人知道自己係邊個㗎嘛。咁可能你有啲，我嗰陣時都係擺咗啲唔 related 嘅嘢，即係擺咗啲 illustration，因為我以前咧係在 creative media 之前，我係真係畫插畫嘅自己。咁跟住先至再擺啲 VR 嗰啲 project， 但係最重要都係其實要講解多啲，其實點解要咁樣做咯。咁但係咧喺 IM 咧就應該仲有一條 video 嘅，係啦。咁咧嗰個咧其實大家都可以籌備下同諗下。其實我了解啦，因為之前都有入學之後都會問，你哋條片其實做咗啲咩㗎？大家就會喺度交流啦。真係未必個個都會做一個好 fine 嘅project 佢嘅 production， 可能只係佢設計咗隻遊戲係 card game 嚟嘅。其實就錄咗個 card game 點樣玩啊。其實我見都有咁樣嘅 case 嘅。
係啦，冇錯。呢個再重點講多少少就係話嗰個我哋叫做 demo video 啦。就喺我哋 IM 嚟講就嗰度幾重要嘅，即係你如果決定申請我哋嘅apply 我哋嘅 program 嘅時候咧，咁你可能已經要構思一下你嘅demo video 啦。咁唔需要長嘅，即係1至2分鐘，唔好長過2分鐘就得㗎啦。咁嗰個要求咧，頭先我哋第一個環節，即係 part 1嗰度，我哋都有提到啦。咁其實你可以話其實係我哋一般可以叫做一個 concept video 啦，就將你其中一個 concept 關於 interactive media 當中牽涉到嘅就係用戶嘅體驗嘅啲古仔講出嚟咁其實正正就係你諗下一個設計係你自己所構思嘅一個設計咁一個用戶會點樣經歷你嘅設計咧？咁當然當中你可能要做一啲我哋俗稱嘅 mock-ups 嘅即係包括視覺或者即係 visual 或者 physical 嘅 mock-ups 有啲 scenarios 咁可能當中你會牽涉少少個 user 可能係你自己或者係啲你嘅朋友做飾演一啲 user 咁喺某啲嘅情景入邊scenario 咁做一啲簡單嘅我哋所謂嘅 storytelling 咁講解翻究竟個用戶嘅感覺，配合埋你嗰啲 mock-ups，咁其實成個都係你嘅設計嘅一個 concept 一個概念咁未必需要話真係實踐咗出嚟嘅。咁當然有啲同學佢自己本身以前課程入邊係做咗一啲prototype， 係某部分係真係實踐咗嘅真係可以有啲互動嘅features 互動嘅能力嘅喺嗰個 prototype 度，咁亦都可以展示亦都好一個優點嚟嘅咁咯。
但係最重要咧就係首先要記得咧就係上網去登記，因為咧喺 PolyU 嘅呢個senior year 嘅admission 咧，其實首先第一樣嘢就係你要去 PolyU e-admission 嗰度咧開咗個 account 先啦。咁跟住你就可以揀翻你想讀，即係譬如我哋 IM 咁樣，咁你就可以揀咗之後咧，就開始填翻相應嘅資料啦，個人資料，你嘅學歷啦，咁佢都會要求翻你 upload 翻你嘅過往嘅成績單啦，同埋一啲可能你有獎咁你可以 upload 埋上去，咁咧就會收到個 email。咁咧個 email 咧都會提你下一步嘅動作啦，可能係一個嚟面試啦，做一啲aptitude test 係咪？跟住就會再去再之前應該就會再 upload 埋你嗰個頭先講嘅 video 啦。咁咧所有嘅嘢咧都係喺個 admission system 度咧可以睇埋㗎啦。
冇錯。OK， 咁啊跟住咧就另外就有一條問題。
Business relevant skill 啊。
business relevant skill。頭
先我都講咗，如果我哋理解到應該就係所謂嘅 entrepreneurship 嘅學科啦，其實就應該係一個系列嚟嘅。佢就有4個科啦。咁一科咧就係同客人實習嘅科啦。咁咧就會有個 real 客人咧就去喺一個 semester 度同你一齊去 work with 一個 project 嘅。佢會有個佢哋可能有個 goal 啊，或者我哋可以幫佢諗個 ultimate goal，然之後就去做一個東西啦。咁跟住咧，第二個咧就係一個教寫kind of 教寫 proposal 嘅一個狀態啦。咁佢其實就係都係一個 exploration 喺你想發掘一個問題，你想發掘一個 opportunity， 咁你點樣去 pitch 人咧？點樣去將個 project 由一個 idea 去到一個企業上面可以用到嘅 proposal 啦。咁跟住就另外個頭先講嗰2科咧，就係因為有4科嘛個系列。另外嗰2科咧就係一個 bilingual 嘅一個英文嘅一個 pitching 嘅一個學科啦，同埋一個普通話嘅一個proposal 加 pitching 嘅一個學科。咁呢4科咧其實都會喺我哋嘅 Year 2啦，咁就會去 conduct 嘅，咁就令到我哋可以喺除咗我哋嘅呢啲 practical skill 之外咧，點樣喺個真係現實社會度去 pitching 客啊，同客去溝通啊，都會有嘅。咁所以我諗 business 嗰 part 都會有喺度嘅，係啦。同埋 PolyU 係好多唔同嘅 micro fund 啊，或者係啲 co-work 嘅opportunity 啊。咁所以咧，你做完呢樣嘢咧，老師們都會哇，你有冇想 further 去 develop 呢件事啊？咁佢就會 recommend 你去可能投一啲 funding 啊，或者係做啲 startup 啊。咁我都知道我哋嘅同學咧，佢哋都有投到，跟住佢哋就自己開咗間公司，而家都喺度 run with 緊呢個 business 咁樣嘅。咁所以都唔使擔心話我仲可以做啲咩，或者我同 business 點相關啊？喺呢一科讀完出嚟會唔會唔知點樣啊？咁就唔使擔心嘅，係啊。
OK， 咁跟住咧就有一條問題就好實際㗎啦咁就問個admission number 即係每一屆啦每一屆我哋interactive media 咧就係會收33位同學嘅咁即係呢幾年都係33位咁我諗嚟緊呢年都會係33嘅咁跟住咧下一條問題咧就係竟然有同學係有興趣問呢個即係 average 嘅 GPA。我相信嘅意思即係話入學嘅時候係我相信應該係啦，即係你入學嘅或者我哋每一屆收嘅新生入邊，佢哋喺10 degree 畢業嘅時候嗰個 average 嘅 GPA 咁我哋上年嘅數據應該係大約係3.31嘅，即係嗰個 average 嘅 GPA out of 4 3.31 out of 4。跟住
同學問 attitude test 我哋啱啱頭先講嘅。
係
啦，咁原來今年咧係
cancel
咗嘅，咁好消息啦，唔知道好消息。
係啦，咁其實係啦，即係其實呢2年就各樣原因啦咁都同個疫情有少少關，咁我哋都 cancel 咗呢個。
不過係好好玩㗎，真係會可能係睇下啲 group communication 啊，跟住有啲gaming 嘅狀態下點樣去睇到你嗰個一啲 skilling 係
咁有同學仔都好驚啊！如果英文差會唔會係一個好大嘅問題咧？
我好老實去講咧，咁我 HKDI 過嚟啦，我都知道咧，我過往英文咧都唔係幾好嘅，咁但係好老實講，入到大學咧，你就一定要去惡補下自己啲英文嘅，因為無論喺交功課或者 present 啦，或者基本上堂咧係 100% 咧係講英文嘅。咁當然你話如果我真係好差，咁點咧？我相信同學會互相幫手啦，同埋喺一個叫做 immersive 嘅英文環境下邊咧，其實好快可以 push 到自己，我要講啦， 我要寫啦。咁同埋會因為你唔同嘅10degree 上嚟啦，咁其實同埋你嘅老實講都係 DSE 嘅一個狀態咧，咁其實大學都會有一啲增潤嘅英文課俾大家嘅，係啦，我就讀多咗個嘅，所以係啦。咁但係點樣就係會好認識到原來喺 academic 嘅世界裏邊啲英文會點樣用嘅喎。咁同時間喺一路實踐出嚟嘅時候咧，其實都會 improve 到嘅，係啦。
好，跟住仲有一條問題咧，就係我哋會唔會有機會係同一啲真實嘅 client 一齊合作㗎？
頭先都講咗嘅，
係有嘅，
係咁啊個 client 咧就我諗每組都唔同嘅，但係咧喺一開頭第一年咧，其實都會係做一啲可能research 啦，或者係啲叫做 go 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 嘅一啲狀態，先至去做嗰個 project 嘅core 嘅嗰個 idea 嘅嘢。咁但係到第二年嘅時候咧，就頭先我都講過，就係因為係佢有一套咁樣嘅 entrepreneurship 嘅一個 training，咁所以就可以真係掂到個 real client，同埋我哋其實一開頭咧就會同我哋講咗我哋有5個品牌啦，咁可能有啲 electronic 嘅 TCL 啊，會有啲 local 嘅 branding 啊，等等唔同嘅一啲牌子，咁佢哋都會可能有一啲佢哋 aim off 嘅嘢啦，或者有啲 client 其實佢冇 aim off 一啲嘢㗎，但係我哋就都幾有趣嘅一個 challenge，就係佢如果冇 aim off 一啲嘢嘅時候，我哋就去 explore 下究竟佢個 branding 同個 market之間有啲乜嘢嘢，佢哋個可能 improve 佢哋嘅 uniqueness 啊，透過呢個interactive 嘅 tools 啊，或者係一啲 social media 嘅 campaign 啊，呢啲都係一啲 interactive 嘅嘢，點樣用 technology 喺個 campaign 上面啊，咁我哋從而就可能去制定個 proposal 俾佢，咁就話俾佢知了解翻其實可能 wherever 係喺香港呢個 market， 或者係我哋可以睇遠啲就係一個大中華或者亞洲 market，我哋都有講到。咁跟住就再去 propose 啦，然之後都係跟住就係 research 做實驗，然之後再去將一個 prototype 或者係一個idea 用mock up 啊、video 啊唔同嘅形式。或者 wherever 你可以用 hand skill 去一啲 craft 嘅嘢去呈現出嚟，咁就去完成咗嗰個 client 嘅 project 啦。咁我都知道有啲 client project 咧，佢哋之後真係會佢哋好中意你嗰個，然之後就去點樣同你去夾，跟住 invest 落去，然之後就繼續做嗰個 project 落去嘅，係啦。
或者Yolanda咪係咯，分享下會唔會嗰啲 client 係大約邊一類型嘅 client 啦，或者當然個名我哋可能唔方便直接講出嚟啦，咁但係大約邊一類型嘅公司啊咁樣。
咁據我所知係好似係年個 list 都唔一樣嘅，咁但係我哋嗰一年咧就我哋兩個都係其實貨同一個 client 嘅，咁都係一個本地嘅local 牌子啦。咁其實我哋當年其實啱啱都有講啦，仲有 TCL 嘅講真，跟住仲有
吸引啲啊嘛，有啲牌子。
係啦，跟住仲有都有local 嘅 bakery 嘅品牌啦，
跟住有cosmetic，
cosmetic 係啦，咁我哋當年係有5個 client 嘅，係啦，仲有同學仔想知，咁我哋淨係讀 IM 讀2年，咁仲有冇機會係 exchange 或者 study trip 㗎？嗱，
其實咧，如果冇 COVID 嘅話咧，咁咧我哋其實
喺個
course， 我哋嘅 course 咧都有 study trip 一個選修科啦。咁同一時間喺大學裏邊咧，其實我哋都會讀一啲 common core， 咁又會有 shared learning、service learning 呢啲啦。咁 service learning 呢啲其實佢哋都可以選擇咧，譬如去柬埔寨教英文啊。你中意挑戰自己嘅，其實佢都會有唔同嘅一啲海外嘅一啲呢啲service learning 嘅課程啦。咁同一時間，如果你話我唔係咁想即係我唔係話我好急要畢業㗎，咁其實咧我哋都有同學咧就會去 take 一啲 overseas exchange 嘅，咁一個 semester 咧咁就揾一個學院啦。其實我當年都有做嘅，跟住咧我仲 send 埋 email 過嗰邊個學院。咁其實咧佢都有講，因為入到大學咧，其實好多嘢咧呢方面嘅嘢咧都會係可能你要自己去睇 email， 跟住就去問好多問題啦。因為又唔似中學或者可能10 degree 嘅時候有好多人我俾晒通告你，跟住1、2、3、4、5、6、7咁去做。 咁所以我嗰陣時就自己type email 係 on list 嘅嗰間學院啦，咁佢都提供咗佢哋有個嚟緊嘅課程會係啲咩，咁跟住我哋就要自己去同我哋你個 supervisor 去傾，我有呢啲課程可唔可以做到個學分 exchange 啊？因為呢個都好重要嘅。咁當然你都要 consider 就係你如果咁樣嘅話，有機會你會 extend 1年先至畢到業啦，或者嗰陣時咧都有同我講過。你可以嘅，你睇下啲 group project 同學願唔願意喺你同唔同嘅 time zone， 然之後一齊做到咯，咁你都要 present 到咯。咁但即老師都會好想幫你，因為佢哋都覺得其實出去見識下咧，其實係重要嘅。咁所以都希望就係如果喺真係冇一個好特別嘅 COVID policy 之下，其實呢啲咧其實係可以喺我哋嘅課程度出現到嘅，係啦。
咁係。技術上咧就可以再補充少少，就係話exchange 嘅時間咧，或者個 timing 咧都幾重要嘅。譬如我哋過往有啲同學都利用一啲譬如summer semester 啦，因為你哋其實第1年同第2年即係Year 3同 Year 4之間嗰個暑假咧，個 summer semester 咧，其實就有啲同學就會 exchange 咗出去嘅。咁而 summer semester 咧喺好多地方例如係北歐咁先算啦。咁其實係有 semester 嘅，因為佢哋北歐佢哋個夏天其實就反而係一個好活躍嘅季節嚟嘅。佢哋嘅大學夏天都會有好多課程。咁有啲同學就summer semester 就會 exchange 咗去。咁另外有啲就亦都好似頭先同學提到啦，就係話佢可能第2年嘅第2年最尾嗰個 semester 啦有機會佢哋係會 exchange 咗。咁但係佢可能某啲嘅科目咧係要遲一個學期先至可以再 take 翻嘅。如果佢唔能夠做嗰個 credit transfer 對應嘅話，咁當然啦，其實都只係遲咗一個學期畢業。咁呢個就即係可以話一個取捨啦give and take。咁絕對有可能嘅，最緊要就係話你自己嗰個決心或者目標係想要啲乜咁樣咯。
同埋最重要係 check email，因為好多呢啲資訊咧真係喺個 email。我當初都唔係盲摸摸話 send 去求其間大學嘅，其實係 Poly SD 啦。其實佢哋有啲 co-work 嘅 partner school，咁佢會有個 list，咁就話原來你可以揾翻呢啲 partner school，跟住佢會有個 email，你就可以自己 send 去問。咁呢啲其實都係一個好有幫助嘅，即係如果你真係好有想，我真係好想出去啊咁樣，咁呢個係一個最重要嘅 skill，就係要睇 email，同埋要唔好怕問咯嗰啲嘢。
咁如果而家同學仔有好多問題想問嘅話，最重要嘅 skill 係咩啊？
最重要可以留意我哋 Facebook 啦、YouTube 啦或者 IG channel， 你都可以問，咁咧我哋都會有 marketing 嘅同事啦去聯絡，去同你哋溝通啦。或者係你話我真係想了解多啲成個課程嘅話，都可以上翻 polyudesign.com 個網站啦。咁你都可以揾到唔同嘅 contact， 咁嗰度咧都可以去問到更加多嘢嘅。咁咧希望大家都可以順利報到名啦，同埋真係揀到你心儀，諗清楚嘅時候可以入到嚟，去有一個真係好難忘嘅2年啦。
係啊，咁希望我哋可以喺嚟緊嘅interview admission 見到大家啦。咁有咩問題隨便可以再聯絡我哋。咁多謝大家各位，今日拜拜。